Okay, so today's question is how to reverse a linked list. We'll start by defining what is a linked list or what is a list node. A list node is has two values, has two parameters, a value and the next. The next could be either none, for example, by default, or could be another list node. And when we will link many list nodes, we will have a linked list. And as the question suggests, as the title suggests, what we will need to do is reverse the order of the nodes. Meaning, if we have, for example, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, the result should be the inverse order, meaning 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And we will not inverse it in place, but rather we will return the new list node. And when we say, for example, we are returning a list node, what we are actually returning is the head. For example, here 1 represents the list node 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 5 also represents 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So what we need to return at the end is the list node that has for value 5, and for the next has the other list node, and so on. So uh, obviously, to traverse a linked list, we will need to create a temporary variable or a variable to reference the current node, and from there we could just keep the one. For example, we can call it current equals the head, meaning, for example, 1, it will be number 1, and to traverse it we will do while current. And what this does is it will check if current is none. As long as current is not none, it will execute the instructions inside. So in order to go to the next, obviously we will do current dot equals current dot next, but we will change this later. Now, what we will need to do to inverse the order, we can imagine that we have, like, it's a bit similar to having two variables, and we want to put the value. We have, for example, two variables, a and b. We want to put the value of b inside of a, and what is inside of a inside b. So obviously we'll need to create a temporary variable. And what needs to happen here is we need to instead of referencing the next, we will reference the previous node. So we'll create a temporary another variable called previous none, because for the first list node, the previous is none. There is no list node before the node of value 1. So we'll start with this equals none, and now we could create the temporary variable temp next, because we will update the next to reference the previous. So we do temporary next equals, we will use current dot next. Now we can update, for example, current dot next equals previous. Now we have inversed. Now we will need to update the value of previous, because we just used the value. Actually, there's a little typo here. So we do previous equals, and the previous equals current, because in the next iteration, obviously what is now current is going to be previous in the next iteration. And finally, we return the value. So return instead of returning current, I mean, it makes sense to return current, but what we should return is actually previous, because we put the value of current. Because let's imagine we are here at the last node 5. The next of 5 is equal to none. So what's going to happen is the current will become the next of the current, which is none. So we will go to return our second list, the reversed list, but the value of the head of the second list, the reverse list, is actually now inside of previous. So what we need to return is previous, and this should be correct. Oops, temporary next, current dot next equals, oh, oops, a small mistake. This I should have updated here, because we saved the temp next. This should be correct, because obviously we changed the next value here to the previous, so we can't use it anymore. We use the temporary variable that we created, or else it doesn't make sense to use a temporary variable.